Stephen, thank you very much for your presentation this morning. From what you've heard from today's presentations, particularly that of the Dallas program, what are the sort of lessons you think have emerged from the Whole System Demonstrator program that ought to play into to this new Dallas program?
Well, I think first of all we just need to remember that it's not about the technology itself. It's about the service. It's about understanding people's needs and changing the service to fit those needs, and then the technology will support in that. And I think the main lesson for me is it's about engaging with the people who are in the service, asking them their needs, but not getting top level buy-in. If you don't have the clinicians and the leaders of the system involved in making those decisions, signed up to the approach that you want to take, then it is going to be a problem. And I think for Dallas they really do need to get that joint working together. So the community's idea, I think, will be the way forward for them.
And it was mentioned very much that we're moving on now from a process where we're trying to create the evidence base through the randomised control trial, which was part of the purpose of the WSD, and move towards co-creating kind of like the evaluation and outcomes as part of a different model. Do you think that's the right approach? Do you think the WSD will give enough evidence to support things going forward? What's your view of that?
It's difficult to say because we don't want to preempt the results and outcome of the WSD program. I'm personally of the view that technologies can support and help people make those decisions for themselves. It's a means of data transfer, reliable data transfer, and supporting people to make those self-care and self-management decisions that they need to do. And I think what we will see from Dallas is, well, hopefully what we will see from Dallas is a way of doing that at a higher and larger scale. I don't think it's the end point. I think there's still a lot more that needs to be done, and as I said in my presentation, with 15.4 million people with a long-term condition in England alone, this could affect a lot of people. And so we just need to be mindful that this isn't an end point, it's a path along a journey.
And now that we've gone past the pause, if you like, and we're moving to maybe being able to get on with the job in terms of developing a health policy going forward, the language, it seems to me, from the centre has changed towards the language of integration, towards the management of long-term conditions, these key areas. What do you think how do you think that's going to play through in terms of long-term conditions policy going forward? Is it going to be the evolution of the same, or are we going to see something really very focused in that area?
The delivery of care for people with long-term conditions, the approach, the model has been the same for a number of years, and I really don't see that changing dramatically. We've got a national work programme around QIP, which is about embedding the generic approach, and that is very much about engaging people, about integration, about everyone pulling together in a way which focuses care around that individual. So it isn't going to, in my view, change dramatically. We're still going to see no decision about me without me, self-care, self-management, and engaged in shared decision making. That, I think, is still very much the centre of where we're moving.
Okay, Stephen, thank you very much.
You're welcome.